Hello everybody, anybody, Chris Wood here, Napanee, Ontario, Canada. I just want to say thank you and congratulations to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for destroying my life, for revenge retaliation, for your injuring, your torturing, your medical blacklisting, kidnapping, sex assaults, arrest refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups, arresting only your victims to deflect crimes associated to Hells Angels and Bandidos, human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers, OPP are selling children to pedophiles and adults to sex offenders, financial thefts and frauds through OPP, Spencer Mills, staff sergeants, ex-chief, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, a woman named Stacy, mental health worker. She was Daily Tea Company here in Napanee. Now she is in Kingston, a woman with blonde hair. And there's Shelley Hafner, or Huffner. There's Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors that co-commit criminally, negligently, in covering up OPP crimes and their own that they are guilty of. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, file falsifier and girlfriend, medical blacklister and girlfriend to Stacy. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, triage nurse Tanya, a blonde-haired woman, triage Terry, and triage David at Napanee, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, and Paladin security guard, roughly 25 years old, approximately 400 to 500 pounds. I actually phoned the hospital today and I talked to the guy. I asked if it was, I was going to go up to the hospital, and I phoned Paladin Security to see if it was going to be okay if I went up there, if I was going to be kicked out for no fucking reason again from them. And he informed me that it was administration that told him to kick me out, not elaborating on it anymore because I have done nothing wrong. That was just their way of using him to kick me out of the hospital so they would not have to see me, so they could continue covering up crimes, telling him that I have been there causing problems and that he needed to kick me out. So that's the fucking excuse that they used. I am not the problem. I have been going there trying to get help. Yous are the ones that are the criminals, and yous are the ones that are refusing me help. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, because of lies against me told by Spencer Mills and OPP, stating I have a long criminal record and history. I've never been in jail. I've never been charged until I was falsely charged by OPP to give me that criminal record in an attempt to criminalize me so you could justifiably commit your crimes against me above suspicion. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills and OPP? Had me kidnapped May 27th, 2021, 24 hours after asking for help against you, where you had my blood and my piss taken from me, forced from me under threats, and then left once you found out that it was negative for drugs and anything else, which I don't do. And also after you found out of what you'd done of kidnapping me through Shelley Hafner's false pretenses of incompetency bullshit. And that was done in an attempt to shut me up. That was done in an attempt to get me locked up so I would not be talking about what I'm talking about and showing what I've been showing. I am the victim of identity theft, injuring, torturing, skull splitting, brain injuring. I've been showing and proving my identity changes that's been taking place with me, and it's being done through OPP and their drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders through what is called remote neural monitoring. It is a nano microchip implant that is police and military tech that's been in use since the 1960s. A lot of people are not aware of it. It is designed once inside a person's body to destroy a central nervous system on them and a person's brain. A destroyed nervous system will destroy a person's brain. It can also be used for invasive surveillance, so they are using this criminally for their human trafficking and for their human sex trade slavery trafficking. All these people that are using this on me, passing it around, doing this to me, all drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders, the untouchables here for OPP. They see everything I see, they hear everything I hear, even me doing this right now. They know exactly what I'm doing. William Wooldridge, alleged of 149 Center Street North, he lives. He's alleged Hells Angels Ontario chapter captain. He's a rat informant. He's an identity thief. He's highly delusional. He's highly psychotic. He believes that he is my dad. He believes that we were also switched at birth. Figure that one out. Plus, he also thinks that he is Harry Potter as well. So, and that's the one Shannon Cork laughed in my face over when I told her to arrest her boss, and she told me to file the report, knowing it would have been burnt up, tore up, as he went on to stalk my mother and cause her death with Blair Hardy, and it was done with intent through Spencer Mills and through Stacy telling him his bullshit lies about me stating that I'm suicidal and self-harmer. Bullshit. No, I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I've been trying to get help and save my life with what's been taking place with me, but because the bullshit lies, I've been getting stopped every step of the way. I get numbed down on a daily basis from all these different people using this remote neural monitoring, and it's being done to cause me memory loss in hopes that I'm not talking about this, in hopes so they can get away with it. Time's been bought. 3 damn years, OPP, your little boy toy bitch fucking goof. Billy Wooldridge of 149 Center Street North. You know the one you surrounded me hands on guns for to not get any arrest on him or you or doctors or anybody else involved, and I have the video to prove it. Plus, using the justice of the peace to make accusations against me, stating I was high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized at bull fucking shit after me going to the hospital and trying to get help and trying to show him with Dr. Barton laughing in my face and then Dr. Pritchard trying to have me committed for it happening because I'm a man and because it was done by their Hells Angels and Bandito bosses and cops to me, ripping me fucking open. Last time I went to the hospital when Paladin Security kicked me out, that was the last straw. Since then, my lung on my right side is gone. My right kidney is gone. I cough up blood all the time. I piss and shit blood all the time. I have so much pressure in my head all the time from it being deformed that I have blood coming out my ears all the time as well. So after 4 years, because I spoke up and tried to save lives from OPP and other ones that were committing crimes through the Morning Star mission, the human homeless trafficking, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain and other crimes. And as a result of me speaking about it, I became a victim. So remember, if anybody in Napanee has had any involvement with Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, fight it because it will not be true unless they actually caught you doing something and can prove it. It will be a fake charge done to just probably traffic you or to criminalize you for that purpose eventually. Nothing OPP does here in Napanee is legal, and I have proven it for 3 years. They even had my mother stalked and murdered through William Aldridge and Blair Hardy. Blair Hardy, he is guilty in being involved with a guy named Jack. He's guilty of his death. So is Jason Van Alstyne, who was with him 2 days prior to his death. And I seen them together myself with my own eyes. So it was on I remember it was on a Friday before Jack died, was killed. A guy here in town. He is also guilty of trying to rape a woman that was in my building where I live, down at another person's place before they moved out, and Blair Hardy attempted to rape this person. And now she is dead from a drug overdose, and they're the ones that sell the fentanyl and the other lace drugs to cause death for that purpose. So I get numbed down to be dumbed down constantly. I'm having trouble even thinking about this and concentrating. There's Blair Hardy, there's Billy Wooldridge, there's Tyler Lake, there's Jabin Alstein, there's Ray Ray, there's Sam, his roommate, the one that has the white deaf pit bull. There's a homeless woman named Michelle, and Allie Cooper, a guy named Bucktooth Bob. I believe his real name is Robert Berry. There's an Isaac. There's a Maggie Falls and a Bert Hustler that use it on me. She's conveniently a trafficker, a pill trafficker, and an undercover, allegedly. Which I do believe it. And she does work with him for Robert Lucas, the one that goes around saying that he can fuck people, saying he can kill them, and his badge, money, family, town council will get him off of it. And he proven 100% right. Let this be a lesson, Napanee. You speak police crimes and you will end up paying, and there will be nothing you can do about it. I've had my legal rights taken, I've had my medical rights taken, I've had my human rights taken by these pieces of shit terrorists, and that's exactly what they are. And the only crime I've ever committed in this town is speaking up, or the only crime they see me as committing is me speaking up of their crimes. They are threats and dangers to society. They are threats and dangers to other cops because of the positions they hold and can give orders to other ones to aid them in their crimes unquestionably. They have financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, pension thefts and frauds, forgeries, Hardy, Wooldridge, Lake, Van Alstyne, stealing pensions, yeah, taking out insurance policies on victims and then having them murdered and collecting on it. Isn't that right, Billy Wooldridge? Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? How much money did you sell me for, OPP, for this? How much did you buy me for, Blair Hardy, for this, you piece of shit garbage? He used to drive around in a Mercedes here in Napanee that he most likely got from selling meth or little children. He's a rape hound, he's a pedophile, and like I said, he's allegedly Bandito's MC leader, Captain Ontario. He hangs out most likely on Water Street or the woman on Center and Thomas Street. She also herself is very highly fucking delusional and psychotic. Little crack shack. That's exactly what that is. All these people involved, Jay Van Alstyne, Tyler Lake, and everyone involved, they get free drugs every day delivered to them by OPP. They also get paid $300 a day for doing what they're doing, plus the ratting out and fucking over other people. Right now, as I'm doing this, it's Tyler Lake and Jay Van Alstyne, or Blair Hardy, I mean, using remote neuro monitoring on me right now. The whole right side of my head is completely fucked. I have no feeling or stimulation in my head anymore whatsoever. my identity theft is done. And if Billy Wooldridge could be fucking arrested, there would be resemblances either between us or he's starting to look a lot like I used to because of the switch. I have his prisoner tracking on me, so beware, beware Napanee. OPP are putting prisoner tracking on their victims for trafficking, for tracking, and framing. So they are very seriously fucking corrupt. You are guilty of murdering my mother. You are guilty of doing this to me, which is attempted murder. Might as well say murder. And you're guilty of ending a bloodline by doing this to me. There is also another piece of shit here in town. His name is Mike. He is a homeless guy. He is roughly 60, 65 years old. He wears glasses. Scruffy scumbag. He's a fentanyl dealer. And he also uses this on me as well. So there's another guy here in town. He's homeless. He used to sleep in the Royal Bank. He's fat. He's scruffy with a beard. He rides around on a BMX or a mountain bike. Has meth scabs all over his face. He's another one that uses it. And all of these fuckers, while they are using it on me, whether they know it or not, every single one of yous are guilty of aiding in this attempted murder on me and these crimes against me. Every fucking one of you, whether you realize it or not, knowingly or unknowingly. You're fucking low-life scum junkies, and that's all you are. And OPP, you are nothing but fucking terrorists. And to the Lenox and Addington County General Hospital, you are nothing but terrorists aiding criminals in fucking identity theft so they could go free to have sex with children with police and with possibly you. How many children do the doctors at the hospital buy from Wildridge and OPP and the rest? You're all washing each other's hands, covering each other's crimes up, not having to prove a fucking thing because of who you are. So, OPP, you have done nothing but turned homicide into a game in Napanee, Lennox and Addington, Ontario, Canada. And you're using Billy Wooldridge, you're using Tyler Lake, you're using Jabin Allstein, you're using Blair Hardy, but they are your bosses, and Blair Hardy is also boyfriend to Spencer Mills, 14716 drug cop. I don't even do drugs, and that piece of shit has involved himself in my life since the fucking day he showed up at my door to threaten me about the mission and to quit talking about it. Back in 2019, I was sitting at my previous address. The ex-OPP chief went by in a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me, and when I waved back, somebody in a black truck pulled up beside him. It was on the corner of Center and Bridge at the lights. And they pulled up beside him. They pointed something, and they shot it, and it went into my right ear. And I've been screwed ever since, and that's when my medical shit started. The lies against me, the everything after that happened. So let that be a lesson. I'm probably not the only one in this town that has this on them. They can see your children going to the bathroom, watching them sleep, and they're probably masturbating over doing it. They're all sex offenders, they're all drug addicts, and they are the Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. They are Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors. They are Paladin Security Guard, and they are Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jabin Allstein, Ray, Sam, Michelle, and all the other ones named. This is how OPP are successfully committing their crimes and getting away with them. They're doing them through their co-offending little fucking junkies and inmates. You are guilty of committing the biggest crime, OPP, in Lennox and Addington, Ontario history. You are mass fucking murders, and I will say that straight out, Spencer Mills, you are a serial killer. I highly believe that 14716, you are a serial killer. Blair Hardy's your boyfriend. He is a serial killer. Billy Wooldridge is a serial killer. You're sex offenders, you rape men, you rape children, you sell children. The XOPP chief used to get Billy Wooldridge to stalk children at Tim Hortons for sex slavery. And when I got his picture, when he wasn't stalking me and my mother and calling my mother mom, he was doing it every day at lunchtime at noon hour at Tim Hortons looking for kids for sex slavery, for human trafficking. And when I got his picture, he went into hiding. The one time he was in Tim Hortons, he followed me and my mother into Tim Hortons one time, and I confronted him right in Tim Hortons. And I called him out as being a fucking sex offender pedophile, and he just sat there like a little bitch that he is. And I was warning the kids around to beware of him and just who he is and what he's about. And you still sat there like a little bitch that you are, Billy Wooldridge. And that's who you are. I really don't know your true name. I'm going on the name you used when you sent your mail to my previous address. I had no association with you, but yes, he was having his mail sent to my previous address. Like he was fucking me or like he was living there not fucking me. I don't mean it in that kind of way. Because he is gay and I'm not. So is Blair Hardy. So is Tyler Lake. His woman Carly is a cover up for him. Or Holly, I mean Carlisle, is a cover up for him. So is Jabin Alstein. So, and no, this is not a thing about anybody because they're gay either, meaning that they're sex offenders because of it being. That's not what I'm getting at. It's just that they are, and that's just what they are. And that's a fact. So I've proven for 3 years OPP and the rest of these bastards they can commit any crime they want and get away with it. The whole right side of my fucking body is completely numb. They're living through me, using me like a I don't know what, but you are very, very sick, disturbed pieces of shit garbage. Every last one of you. And one way or another, every single one of you will pay for what you've done to me. And like I said, if it gets to the point, which it almost is, and I have to start defending my life even more, to where it comes down to either me dead completely or not, I will do everything possible, Jabin Alstein, Ray, Sam, and every other fuck, Tyler, Blair Hardy, and Billy Wooldridge. I will do everything I possibly can to save my life from you. And I have that right to defend my life, whether OPP or the rest of yous like it or not. If it gets to the point where you are willing to take my life, I will defend it at all cost. And I am telling you that right now, all you pieces of shit. You're taking my identity, you're taking my fucking bloodline, and if I share any DNA with any Van Alstyne, or any Wooldridge, or any Hardy, or any Lake, or any of these other bastards involved because of what's going on with me, there you are all very, very more seriously fucked than what you think, you fucking lowlifes, and that's not a threat of any kind, so. But you will be seriously fucked more than what you even realize. OPP are cops because they're organized criminals, because they are Hells Angels and Banditos, and they knew that it would further their crimes by becoming such, using their badges, positions, credentials, like the doctors here, to be above suspicion. There's still OPP cops in Napanee that are associated with and friends to Russell Williams, serial killer Russell Williams. Yes, that's right, and so is Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy. So, yes, there is police still associated with serial killer Russell Williams here in Napanee, along with Wooldridge and Hardy, from when he was in Madoc area and Tweed. And when he was committing his murders, he was being watched. Not watched as in watched, but as in watched as being for a lookout for him to make sure that he actually did it and got away with it. And it was being done by OPP. I'm not going to take a fall. This is pretty much done with me, and I'm not going to take a fall for any of these pieces of shit for you low-life cops to frame me or do anything more to me. Tomorrow, if I have to, I will go to the hospital, and they are going to fucking do something. You're lucky that I cannot get any lawyers, and no lawyers will touch you because they know just who you are and how dangerous you are. And the fact that you just might kill their kids or their parents or steal them or traffic them, because that's what OPP, Spencer Mills, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Shannon Cork, Stacy, Shelley Hafner, ex-chief and staff sergeants are about. They've been bringing in new cops and shuffling them around a lot, so whether they are still here or not, the ones named are still fucking involved and guilty, just like Stacy left to try to further distance herself to try to have deniability while being guilty. And also she knew that Kingston had more opportunities for her to human traffic. Probably half the people at the hub in Kingston are victims of hers. So I want to say, I hope you fuckers are happy. And even OPP can prove changes against me with the day that they got my pictures when I was falsely charged. But that was done so they could try to criminalize me and to get my pictures, my prints, and my signatures for the forgeries, framings, and frauds against me. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? I won't be proven wrong on that. It feels like it feels like I'm being turned into a vegetable, actually. I have to concentrate harder and harder just to remember things. So, the more I'm dumbed down and having all these pieces of shit broadcasting through me, getting all of their consciousness going through me in hopes that I'm picking up all of these fuckers, little bits and pieces of all these fuckers that turn me crazy in an attempt to. And that's what that's about, isn't it right, Stacy? Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? This is how you play your little game, injuring people's fucking brains in an attempt to try to make them go crazy or look in an attempt to, so you can justifiably move in and human traffic them or have them murdered? Isn't that right? Prove me wrong. You won't. You can't. And I dare you to do it. You can't do it. And I am man enough and brave enough to say that. You cannot do it. Prove me wrong. You've proven me right, OPP, since day one, since all of this started, just how corrupt and dirty you are and the lengths that you will go to commit your crimes and to get away with them. I hope you're happy, you fucks. I'm getting out of here. Try to have a good night, everybody. I hope this is seen and watched and shared. It is very serious because I am being injured more and more and more, and there is nothing that I can do about it. And like I said, the hospital here, doctors, they need other police to come in, and they need to be criminally, doctors here need to be criminally felony charged. And then somebody has to come in and criminally felony charge Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. Nobody will touch Hardy, Waldridge, Lake, Van Alstyne, or any other co-offenders because they're scared of them. They work, OPP work for them, so there is no chance in hell of anything happening to them for their crimes. Not through any cops around here, that's for damn sure. But if there is but anybody by chance that knows any lawyers that are not from around here, I am looking, I can prove my crimes, and I am looking for serious lawsuits against Ontario Provincial Police, against Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors, and or against the hospital and against the doctors individually involved, and also lawsuits on mental health and the town of Napanee because they are all very well aware of what has taken place here in Napanee, all very well aware, and they have been for a couple years now. Even the radio station here, 88.7, is very well aware of what is happening through OPP and the rest. They've been warned, and they kicked me off of their radio station for trying to save people, for trying to tell people back 2 years ago about this. They were made to pretty much shut me up. So I'm gonna get off here. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none, and share because it is very serious and important whether anybody wants to believe this or not. You are murdering terrorist garbage, OPP.